Faith isn't always fire from heaven or voices in the sky. Sometimes faith is quiet. It's choosing to believe when you don't feel a thing, when the worship songs feel empty, when the prayers feel unanswered, when the silence is deafening. Faith isn't based on how loud your heart beats. It's based on who you're anchored to. Real faith isn't proven on the mountaintop. It's forged in the valley. It's when you keep walking even though you can't see the road ahead. It's trusting God not because you feel Him, but because you know He's still God even in the stillness. We've been taught to chase feelings, goosebumps, tears, emotional highs. But faith isn't a feeling. Feelings change. Faith holds. It's waking up in the middle of a storm and whispering, "I still believe." Not because everything's okay, but because God is. It's trusting when the doors stay shut. It's believing when the answer is not yet. Faith isn't the absence of doubt. It's moving forward in spite of it. It's standing on what God said, even when your heart's unsure. He never asked you to feel brave, just to follow Him, even in silence, even in shadows, even when nothing makes sense. Faith is often quiet obedience when no one's watching. It's doing the next right thing, not because you feel strong, but because you know He is. Faith shows up in the waiting, in the wondering, in the long nights where answers don't come. It whispers, God is still good, even when life isn't. It clings to truth, not trends, and it leans in, even when emotions pull away. Because feelings will tell you God has left, but faith remembers He promised never to. Your faith isn't broken because you can't feel Him. It might actually be stronger than you realize, because you're still choosing Him anyway. If you feel God's whisper today, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell to hear more. You won't always feel close to God, but closeness isn't always about emotion. It's about consistency. Faith is waking up and choosing to believe He's near, even when your heart feels far. It's reading the Word even when it doesn't leap off the page. It's praying when your words feel flat. It's staying when walking away feels easier. That's where faith lives, not in the mountaintop moments, but in the mundane ones. When you can't trace His hand, you trust His heart. When the fire dies down, you remember who lit it. Faith isn't flashy, it's faithful. And that's where God does His deepest work. Faith doesn't demand signs. It holds on to promises. It isn't about feeling spiritual. It's about staying steady. When you don't feel Him, you remember what He said, that He is near to the brokenhearted, that He will never leave or forsake you, that He works all things for good, even the unseen, even the slow, even the silent. Faith says, even if I don't feel it, I know you're here. It rests not on emotion, but on identity, God's identity. His faithfulness isn't dependent on your mood. He is who He says He is, even when your heart is too tired to feel it. Faith is built one quiet yes at a time. Not loud declarations, but the unseen decisions, choosing trust over fear, choosing hope over despair, choosing truth over what your emotions scream. You may not feel like you're growing, but every moment you choose to believe, You're being shaped. You may not feel strong, but faith doesn't require strength, just surrender. And God honors every small step, every tearful prayer, every silent cry. You're not failing because you can't feel Him. You're growing because you're still walking. Faith isn't loud, it's loyal. And heaven celebrates every time you choose to keep going. Some of the most powerful faith looks like simply showing up, opening your Bible when it feels dry, lifting your hands in worship when your heart feels numb, staying in the fight when quitting seems easier. Faith isn't always bold, it's often bruised. It limps forward, it stumbles, but it refuses to turn back. And in that quiet endurance, God is near. He isn't impressed by your feelings. He's drawn to your trust. You don't have to fake spiritual highs for Him. He wants your real, raw, honest heart. And even when you feel nothing, He's holding you together, faithfully, patiently, always. So if today you feel nothing, no spark, no clarity, no joy, don't panic, don't run. You're not broken. You're building something deeper. God isn't measuring your faith by your emotions. He's honoring your endurance. Every time you choose to trust in the silence, your roots grow stronger. Every time you keep walking when you want to quit, your foundation gets firmer. This is where real faith lives. In the quiet, in the questions, in the unseen. And you're not alone in it. God is walking every step with you, even if you can't feel His hand. What helps you hold on to faith when your feelings disappear? Let me know in the comments.